What's up, everyone? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com here. I've got some great DFS picks for MLB Monday, August 5th. These picks are for DraftKings and FanDuel. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future picks. All right, let's jump right into our pitcher selection for today. I like Zach Gallen tonight. He's got a 100 dash rank and a solid matchup versus the Cleveland Guardians facing a middle-of-the-pack batting team. Gallen throws his best ball to righty batters with an OPS of .638 versus righties, and he's facing two righties tonight. Additionally, the Guardians hold a .269 batting average against him with only 7 hits off 26 pitches. Zach Gallen's salary is $8,600, and he's averaging 19 fantasy points per game. He's a solid pick tonight with his recent fantasy points being 23, 18, and 18, respectively. So, I like Zach Gallen here versus the Cleveland Guardians. Next, let's move to the catcher position. I like Connor Wong from the Boston Red Sox. He's batting against a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the Kansas City Royals. Wong has a 28% batting advantage here, batting a .737 OPS versus righties. On the flip side, the pitcher he's facing has an OPS of .861 versus righties. Connor Wong has a solid .400 batting average against this pitcher with 2 hits and 5 at-bats. He scored 7, 10, and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Wong's salary stands at $3,700, making him a solid pick for tonight. Now, looking at the first base position. I like Bryce Harper. Even though he's facing a good pitcher from the Los Angeles Dodgers, he's still got value here. Harper has a dash rank of 40, batting a .915 OPS versus righties. The pitcher Harper faces gives up an OPS of .724 to lefties, and Bryce has 1 hit in 6 at-bats against this particular pitcher, which was a triple. Harper's salary is $5,700, and he's managed to score 22 and 7 fantasy points in his last 2 games. So at 10% ownership, there's room for a high reward play. Bryce Harper here versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Next up, the second base position. I'm liking Willie Castro from the Minnesota Twins. He's facing a low-ranking pitcher from the Chicago Cubs. Castro has a 21% batting advantage with an OPS of .803 versus right-handers. The opposing pitcher has a higher OPS against right-handers at .765. Though the sample is limited, Castro has a .333 batting average with 1 hit in 3 at-bats against tonight's pitcher. Recently scoring 21, 9, and 19 fantasy points, his salary is $4,400. I like Willie Castro tonight versus the Chicago Cubs. Moving on to third base. Royce Lewis from the Minnesota Twins is looking good tonight. He's facing that same low-ranking pitcher from the Chicago Cubs. Lewis has a 19% batting advantage, batting a solid .968 OPS versus righties. The pitcher has similar weaknesses with a .765 OPS allowed to righties. While there's no historical at-bats against the pitcher, Lewis has had strong recent performances, scoring 27, 4, and 27 fantasy points. His salary is $5,300. Royce Lewis is a strong pick tonight. Let's check the shortstop position. Tyler Fitzgerald from the San Francisco Giants is who I like. Facing a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the Washington Nationals, Fitzgerald has a massive 47% batting advantage, batting 1.091 OPS against lefties. The pitcher he's up against allows an OPS of .706 versus right-handers. Fitzgerald has logged 3 hits in 3 at-bats against this pitcher, with 2 singles and a double, recently scoring 23 and 24 fantasy points. His salary is $4,500. Tyler Fitzgerald is an excellent option tonight. Finally, the outfield. Shohei Ohtani is a must-play despite the high price tag of $6,600. He's got a 100 dash rank and is playing against a good pitcher from the Philadelphia Phillies. Ohtani boasts a .306 batting average with an astounding 33 home runs. His OPS versus righties is 1.138, and the opposing pitcher's OPS versus lefties is .736. Though historically not landing hits in his 3 at-bats against this pitcher, Ohtani's recent games show promise, with fantasy points of 25 and 18. I like Shohei Ohtani in this challenging yet potentially rewarding spot. All right, those are the top picks for today. Don't forget to check the links in the description for our DFS tools and lineup optimizer. Thanks for watching, and remember to comment below with your favorite player for today's slate. Smash that like button and subscribe for more picks. Good luck, everyone.